Orson Welles, the mercurial genius of American theatre and film, was only 23 years old when he unleashed one of the most legendary broadcasts in radio history, The War of the Worlds. On October 30th, 1938, as part of the Mercury Theatre on the air, Welles directed and narrated a dramatization of H. G. Wells' 1898 science fiction novel. But what made the program immortal wasn't just the story, it was the form. Styled as a series of live news bulletins interrupting a regular music program, Wells's version turned a Victorian alien invasion into what sounded eerily like a breaking national emergency. The effect was astonishing. Though the program included disclaimers, many listeners tuned in late and missed them. What they heard instead were urgent reports of strange explosions on Mars, mysterious cylinders landing in New Jersey, and ultimately, monstrous Martians destroying cities with heat rays and poison gas. Sound effects mimicked chaos. Fake radio announcers conveyed panic. The realism was unsettling, and for thousands of Americans, terrifying. The extent of the actual panic has been debated by historians. Some argue that newspapers exaggerated the hysteria, partly to discredit radio as a rival news source. But even allowing for media rivalry, there were genuine reports of people fleeing homes, clogging highways, or calling the police to beg for guidance. In some cases, church services were interrupted, and hospitals prepared for mass casualties. Wells, appearing at a press conference the next day, looked visibly shaken and apologized, but the myth had already been born, that a voice on the radio could simulate reality so convincingly it might override rationality itself. The War of the Worlds broadcast was a defining moment in Wells's career and in American media history. It demonstrated the still new medium of radio's power to blend fiction with fact, performance with reportage. For Welles, it was a springboard to fame. Within 2 years, he was in Hollywood making Citizen Kane, often hailed as the greatest film ever made. But the broadcast also ignited conversations about media ethics, the responsibilities of artists, and the fragility of public trust. It revealed a public unprepared for the convergence of entertainment and realism, a phenomenon that would only grow with television, film, and eventually the internet. Welles, with his booming voice and theatrical flair, had not just told a story, he had exposed something vital and disquieting about how modern audiences experience truth. And in doing so, he changed both radio and narrative storytelling forever.